Hey guys, this is Kevin with Bluegrass Cleaning Company here in Lexington, Kentucky. If you found this video, then chances are you're looking for a carpet cleaner either in or around the Lexington area. And in today's video, I'm going to kind of help you cut through the fluff, so to say. So basically, if you have not started your research yet, I will let you know that there are a total of 47 carpet cleaning companies. Some of them are reputable, some of them are fly-by-nighters, so on and so forth. So in this video, what we're going to do is go ahead and separate the good ones from the bad ones, and then we're going to go over the most important thing for most people, which is price or budget. How those companies price their jobs, and if your budget is going to be able to basically afford the work. So let's go ahead and get started. With that, with the 47 companies that are in or around or service the Lexington, Fayette County area, there are, in order to qualify for this comparison, they need to have a minimum of 25 five-star reviews. This is basically going to cut out the people who have all their family get on there and add a bunch of reviews. These reviews can be on any platform, whether it's Facebook, Google, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Yelp, whatever platform, as long as it's public and as long as it can be verified. So you can actually see the person who's posting this review, that whether it be their social media profile or whatever it may be. They also need to be bonded with a minimum of $2,000 in coverage. And basically what that means is that there's a third party, whether it be an organization, company, whatever, insurance agency, they say, hey, we believe in this company so much that we're going to pay you back even if you have the worst experience, the service is awful, whatever it may be, we're going to pay up to $2,000. So in order to advance on this list, they need to be bonded for a minimum of $2,000. They also need to use eco-friendly or pet and kid-friendly products. We don't want anyone out there on this list that's using a product that can possibly give you skin rashes or irritation, cause your allergies to flare up. Maybe you've got sensitivity to chemicals. We can't have any of those companies. So out of the 47 that are in or serving Lexington/Fayette County, there are a total of 6. So we cut this number down to 6 different companies. All right, out of those 6 companies, we want to find the best of the best. So what we're going to do to tweak this just a little bit more is we're going to say, hey, okay, they need to be an established and reputable business, have these reviews, have someone backing them with a bond, making sure that they're licensed, insured. If they accidentally run their truck through the driveway and hit your garage, we want to make sure that they are insured with general liability insurance that's going to cover that. Out of these 6, there's actually a total of 3 that are top rated not only by us in this video, but also by outside sources. So those outside sources may be 3bestrated.com, or it may be Yelp's top 10 carpet cleaners for this area, whatever it may be. They are rated out by an outside organization, not just us. So of the top 3, we're actually one of them. And let me go ahead and erase our chalkboard here, or our dry erase board. So we've narrowed down the top 3. Now what we want to do is we want to talk about what's important. So we know that they're going to give us some eco-friendly cleaning. We know that they're going to be on time. We know that they're going to be reliable. We know that they're going to be insured. We know that someone's going to bond them if they make a mistake. They need to have a satisfaction guarantee or 100% money back refund policy. The 3 of us on this list do have that. So now it comes down to budget. What does the price look like? And here's where we're going to separate ourselves from the competition by miles. So most of the competition out there will actually charge you per room pricing. And while that may seem great and it may be all right for some companies, what we have found in our research of doing this since 2006 is it's not really fair to the consumer. It is a great pricing model for the company because everything averages out. And I know you may be saying, hey, well, it's going to average out. Well, you're right, it is going to average out, but it's going to average out for the company, not for the consumer. So basically, there's 3 scenarios here, or 3 different companies that we're comparing. We've got us, competitor 1, competitor 2. All right, so let's start with just a typical clean, okay? Let's call it that there is a 10 by 10 room. And in this room, there's a master bed, which is not going to be moved. And we're going to price that. And so when we price that based on cleanable square footage, we are taking the measurements around that bed. Imagine that's the room. Here's the bed. So what we do is we measure this area around the bed, and that's your cleanable square footage. So when we do that, in this example, let's say that we come up with a total of $26 is what our price would be, because we're charging by the square foot. Now, other companies that are out there, the two other on this list, one charges by square footage like we do, only they charge wall to wall, and the other one charges by room. So competitor number one is actually going to charge you, $55 for this room. Competitor number two is going to measure the room wall to wall, even though they're not moving the bed, and they are going to charge you $45. Because that's their price. Now let's also go through here and say that you have a very large living room. Let's call it a 20 by 15. Alright, in this 20 by 15 room, our price for that, since it's a little bit bigger and since we are going to be moving all your light and medium sized furniture, it's going to be $144. Now that seems a lot, and it looks like right now in this part of the comparison that the people who charge per room are actually going to win out. But here's the catch. Because the room is this large, the people who charge per room are actually going to charge you for 2 areas instead of 1. And that's going to be $110. And then finally, our competitor who charges wall-to-wall space but does not move the furniture is going to charge you a total of $135. Now, if you ask them to move the furniture, which is something we've already included in our price, we don't charge extra for that, then the third competitor is actually going to charge you an additional $15 to move that furniture. All right, so here we are, stacking up the top 3 competitors, or the top 3 companies in Lexington, serving Lexington, Fayette County addresses, and we've got a bedroom, which is very typical, it has a master bed in it, and then we've got a living room where we're moving all the furniture. Company 3 is actually charging you extra for this. All right, and let's do one last room of a 10 by 12. And because of the way we charge, this room is going to be $62.40. All right, and then competitor number 1 is going to be $55. Competitor number 2 is going to be $54. Now these numbers weren't just made up. These numbers are actually from phone calls and research into our competition to find out what's going on, how they price their jobs, things like that. So these aren't just made up or fictitious numbers. These are actually coming from the top 3 companies in Lexington. All right, so now that we have all that, let's do our totals here. And let's see what we find out. We find out that our total is $232.40. Competitor number 1 is $220.00, and competitor number 3 is $239.00. So if we're looking at this right here, Bluegrass Cleaning Company is actually right in the middle. We're at $232. However, because of the space that you had, we're going to apply what's known as our Clean More, Save More program. In this particular case, you're going to save an additional $17.16, which brings your total down to $215.24. So as you can tell, with our Clean More, Save More program and the fact that we charge based on cleanable square footage and not your wall-to-wall space and not per room pricing or any of that silly stuff, it's actually going to work out better for the consumer in this example. We could also go through making other examples, but for the sake of your time and mine, this is just how we charge. So we charge based on your cleanable square footage, which means we measure out the areas where there's open space, or we measure out the total space if you have furniture that we're going to be moving, because obviously we need to account for the space underneath that furniture. It does take us longer to do this. It is more meticulous and time-consuming for us to write up our estimates to make them accurate. However, it also works in the consumer's favor. Everything that we do here at Bluegrass Cleaning Company is specifically designed to create a positive experience for the consumer. We want to make sure that you walk away from the cleaning that we provide and you just have a fantastic time. The price is fair. It's honest, good, reliable work. We show up on time. We do a great job. We leave you satisfied. That's our goal. So I hope that this pricing example helps you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, email me, write, text, message, Facebook, whatever it is that you prefer to communicate with. I thank you for your time, and I wish you a very happy and safe day. Bye-bye.